Good morning. Welcome to Daily Focus as we face another week. This week will be a Where is Pastor Week, because I will be in Florida starting tomorrow and doing various things um, in helping my folks and in spending some time with family. We call it Berlin Christmas in Florida. And we try to do that in February, and we're looking forward to some time of relaxation with family. And as empty nesters, we love when all of our kids are able to get together and to share some time together. Psalm 17, we've been in this a little bit, and let me apologize for, I'm not really sure why Friday's volume did not work, but I never know why it doesn't work. I feel like I do the same thing every time. But some said, well, the word still came and we could read the words. And so hopefully they were accurate. Psalm 17, verse number 6 says, I have called upon thee, for thou wilt hear me, O God. Incline thine ear unto me and hear my speech. Show thy marvelous loving kindness, as thou hast saved by thy right hand them which put their trust in thee from those that rise up against them. Keep me as the apple of the eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wings. From the wicked that oppress me, from the deadly enemies who compass me about. They are enclosed in their own fat. With their mouths they speak proudly. They have now compassed us in our steps. They have set their eyes bowing down to the earth like a lion that is greedy of his prey, and as it were a young lion lurking in secret places. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword, from men which are thy hand, O Lord, from men of the world, which have their portion in this life, and whose belly thou fillst with thy hid treasure. They are full of children, and leave the rest of their substance to their babes. As for me, I will behold thy face in righteousness. I shall be satisfied when I awake with thy likeness. The Bible is clear that we have a responsibility to go to God when we're having difficult times. We are to approach God in our time of need, in our time when we fear, in our time when we feel overwhelmed, when we feel threatened, that we run to God and incline. He has promised to hear our prayer as he inclines his ear unto me. I don't know about you, but I am so thankful that the creator of the world invites me to talk to him. He invites me to share my concerns. He invites me to take that which concerns me and bring it before his throne, to be able to, as it were, climb up in his lap and make my requests known. As a loving father who cares for his children, he has invited me to talk to him. As my kids grow and now are grown, I always wanted them to feel like they could come and talk to me, even if they were going through some things that they weren't sure that they were handling right, and were pretty sure that dad would not be pleased with how they were handling them or what they were doing. I wanted my kids to feel free to come and talk to me about it. I wasn't there to be a judgment zone. I was there to help them and steer them, to nurture and admonish them. And I wanted them to feel free, that I wasn't there to browbeat them. I wasn't there to just punish them, but I was there to lovingly help them. And that's the way God is. And David is making that very clear here. He's in a tough spot. He's got people that are proud in their speech. In other words, they're misrepresenting him. They're misrepresenting God. They're speaking evil of him. They're threatening him. And he says, they've compassed me about. They're enclosed in their own fat. In other words, they've got their own agenda. They're just trying to please themselves. and their speech is so egotistical and filled with selfishness. And David is saying, and they just want to hurt me. They want to do me harm. And yet he says, I am going to run to God. And I'm going to ask you to incline your ear unto me and hear my speech. Would you hear me out? And let me express my concerns. And God does that. In verse number 13, he says, Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, and deliver my soul from the wicked. And God promises to do that. And sometimes we read these contexts and we think it's just talking about if somebody's trying to hurt us, somebody's trying to discredit us, somebody's gossiping about us. But really, an enemy can be a threatening disease. An enemy can be the potential of a loss of a job. And there's a lot of things that threaten us in life, and they pose themselves as an enemy. And God is just reminding us that, you know what? Don't sit there and stew and fret and complain and become a victim. Just run to God and ask him to incline his ear unto me and hear me out. I have some genuine concerns, and maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe I'm not trusting you as much as I should, but I want to bare my heart to you. And God says, come to me, child. Come to me and share with me, and I will take care of you. Verse 15, as for me, I will behold thy face in righteousness. God, I want you to know that I'm going to believe that when you said that your right hand, I think it's in verse, let me find it, verse number 7, thou savest by thy right hand them that put their trust in thee. In other words, this right hand, that's a symbol of authority, control, and power, but it also symbolizes that it can only do the right thing. And I'm going to trust that, God. And so he concludes by saying, I'm going to behold your face and I'm going to believe, God, that you will do the right thing. And so I'm just going to trust you. I know what I want. I know how I would handle it, and I probably would handle it wrong. So I'm just going to trust you, God, to do the right thing, and I'll be satisfied in that. And when I awake, I just want people to see Christ in me. I want to be in your likeness. I don't want people to see me in this situation. I want them to see you so that you get all the glory. And may we live life that way as we approach today and this week. I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow. I'm not really sure what time I'll get it in tomorrow. It might be from an airport, but I'll try to share some scripture with you as we jump into Psalm 18 tomorrow. God bless you. I hope you have a great day.